You are listening to the USDN on the DFPN.
It's a trap!
What is up, everybody, and welcome to the United States Department of Nerds, where we are for the people, by the people, and of the people. Tonight's guests aren't just building comic books, they're building worlds founded on one simple but powerful idea. It's okay to imagine. The Write Brothas Entertainment has been carving out their own lane in indie storytelling since 2017, blending comics, sci-fi, cinematic ambition, and creator-owned imagination into something that feels larger than life. At the center of that vision is the 88 universe, a massive intergalactic sci-fi adventure filled with cosmic warfare, vigilantes hunted across galaxies, ancient artifacts, ruthless warlords, and the kind of high-energy world building that feels inspired by anime, blockbuster science fiction, and classic creator-owned storytelling. From Ominus and General Muakuu to the battle for the Zowen-Kag.
That's right.
This isn't just another indie comic. This is universe building. Tonight we're diving in deep into creator ownership, imagination, black sci-fi storytelling, indie entertainment, world building, and what it truly means to build something from the ground up in today's creator economy. So Council, prepare yourself for a wild ride, because the Council of Nerds is now in session. Decarlo, Neil, the Wright brothers. Welcome to the Council, my friends.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
We appreciate it, Mr. Chairman. Appreciate it.
This is another one of those interviews where I think we scheduled in March. Here we are in May, getting to after this interview now, and I've been excited to have y'all on since you sent me the link to the book. And let's dive into it, fellas. Where did the idea of the Wright Brothas Entertainment first begin for y'all?
Sheesh. That was you would probably have to go back to like 2008, was it? Was it 08?
Yeah.
We met.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we met and we was at community college, you know what I'm saying, down in Georgia. Yeah, we was in math class together.
Yeah.
So,
Remedial math class. Let's put that in there too. We was in remedial.
That's it. That's that Algebra 100.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. We both on a struggle bus, you know.
That's how they
I took it too. I took it.
Yeah. We're gonna get your money first before you get the degree.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's interesting because I can't. I know we was in the same class. I can't remember like what was the conversation where we actually just started like connecting. I
think I was sitting in front of you.
And
I think it was just like I asked one day, like, "Hey man, something about some notes, something." He was like, "Y'all write all my stuff down." I think the conversation kind of sparked from there. I think
the Wright brothers was born for writing. It was just writing notes. You know what I'm saying?
A piece of
math
paper,
equations.
Math notes, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we met way back then, and we always just kind of like stayed in touch. Like I was in Atlanta. I ended up moving up to Buffalo back home for to finish out school, and then I moved back to Atlanta like back in 2015. and then we had ended up like hitting each other up one day, and literally like the next day he had a dream because I do film, like that's kind of like what I went to school for. So he had a dream about like kind of like a sci-fi horror kind of like film idea TV show. And he hit me up. He was like, "Yo, man, I got this idea." I'm like, "Okay." He like, you're the only person I think that can make it happen. I was like, "All right." And we just started like meeting like ever since then. Like he would meet, we would meet. We met at was it Wet Willie's or something? I can't think of it. What was the name of that spot, yo?
We met at this like a commercial Mexican restaurant called Willie's.
Willie's.
Okay.
I got Willie's out there.
No.
So we met at this. It's like it ain't authentic as an authentic restaurant, but it's like almost like an upscale of Taco Bell. And so
upscale Taco Bell.
You know what I mean? We met at Willie's,
let's sing that,
Right, yeah. And my firstborn was just born. I think she might have been 3 months at the time. And so I brought her with me. And
he had her in a little sack.
I did. Yep, I had her I did. And I transferred her over to the car seat and set her on the table.
As long as you wasn't dropping no nacho cheese on her head.
Did we get something to eat, or did you eat something?
I think I got something.
I think he was hungry. He got something. But
I was always on.
And I expressed him the idea, and then it kind of just, he was like, "All right, man." And then next thing you know, he was like, yeah, he down to give it a shot. And then it wound up just being he wound up rekindling. I mean, the relationship ain't never died out. Don't get me wrong. Everybody just went, he went on the Buffalo or whatever, but he wound up staying down, and the relationship rekindled. And then we just started linking up, and then it started spiraling into a pilot. Then it went from a pilot to what you're looking at now. So
yeah, like literally, like that particular idea. It was a TV show pilot, and at first it was called 88. That's the funny part. But like we kind of tabled it for a moment. Then we shot a film, and as we were like actually filming, there's a character in our movie that kind of like really just inspired everything. Like and we was just joking around like during set.
Oh boy,
we had this guy in a silver suit, and it was like some blinds on the.
this doing shooting, by the way. Like we're actually
filming.
This was during COVID too.
That's the part. It was during COVID. So, it was an interesting time, but I had saw like these blinds, and I was like, "Ooh, these some nice blinds." And Decarlo was like, "Yo, what's the texture?" And I was like, "They're Cartovian." He was like, "What? Really?" I was like, "Nah, man, I don't know. I was just kidding." He was like, "But wait, though, I like that Cartovian," and that's how Ominus, like, that's how he came to be.
Real. I literally thought, I never seen metal blinds before. Like,
yeah, me either.
It was like and
I've seen metal blinds, but on the outside of the house, or like hurricane shutters. You know what I'm saying? Like,
these are on the inside.
The inside.
It was like a bizarre.
It was kind of never seen that like that.
Yeah, that was very interesting.
But the way he said Cartovian, it was just like, I thought he was almost like he was saying this like oak wood or something. I thought he was dead serious, man. When he said it was a joke, it was just like, that was a joke? And it was like, nah, it can't be no joke, man. This guy was real. And that was it, man.
Yeah, he took it and he just formulated the character. Like from there, that's how 88 and the hero and all of the character from that moment. That's how I really took off.
And then,
dude, that is amazing.
We won't scratch it like that. But then we took it to the model maker. Then he called himself developing the hero, but that face didn't match.
Yeah,
so that's how we got Muakuu. So Muakuu came
first, right?
Okay,
And as far as the
as far as
blueprint,
because
yeah.
it looked too evil. So he was like, nah, that ain't gonna work. But it worked. It was just like boom, 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 boom. It was just like a spark effect. Yeah.
It's amazing how just something as simple as him just fucking with you made like this whole thing come to life.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
it's great.
I feel like in the answer to I guess the question, like, because Decarlo, he came up with the name the Write Brothas, because we was just like, because I'm a screenwriter and like, I'm just a writer, period, and he's a songwriter and he writes as well. So we both, that's kind of like the foundation of, I like to think, our creativity, just kind of like our talent, just natural talent, this thing that just, just God given. So he just came up with the name. He was like, yo, because we was just, at this point, we was like, okay, this is getting serious. Like, we got this film. We haven't edited it yet, but we was like, you know what? We keep coming up with these ideas and we need to like get legit. And so I was like, well, let's start a company. And then we was like, well, what are we going to call it? He was like, yo, we some brothers and we write. Like, we write.
Hey, 2 and 2 goes to 5, right?
Hey,
that's 2 is 5 all day.
I'll tell you, because we met in like math class, you know.
Hey, and it was remedial.
It was remedial.
You cannot forget the remedial, yo.
Yo, it was straight remedial.
The algebra
math.
100 all day.
Yo, man, that algebra was like, it's still that's something serious. But yeah,
the alphabet and the numbers ain't supposed to go together, man. That's all I'm saying.
Especially when they start adding shapes. It's like, yo, why is this triangle here?
let's make it even worse for you.
Right. Yeah, but that's kind of, that's the start of the Wright brothers, basically, and the gist of it. Yeah,
I love that story. That's freaking awesome, and to see you. Are we at 2026? So almost 10 years later, basically, still at it, still going strong.
Oh man, it's a journey.
Yeah,
beautiful journey.
Yeah, we keep up with the time through my daughter's age. That's how we keep up with it.
That's funny. Dude, yep, exactly.
Mine's almost 20. Mine's almost 20. So that's how I try to stay cool. Is like I see what she's doing, and I'm like, all right, cool.
She keep you up to date and hip and everything.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm still not hip, but I try, right?
I think you do. I think you do.
You got it, man.
But so it's kind of wild. My next question was going to be, was the goal always bigger than comics? And y'all kind of went in a reverse order. Most people are like, we're going to do comics, and then we're going to let's try a movie or an animation piece. Y'all made a full up movie and then made a comic book.
Yeah, it was. I would say it was Decarlo's idea. He the one that, because we were working on a screenplay, and like we're big. I mean, I don't want to speak for him, but I think we're both big George Lucas fans.
Yeah.
And so we were studying George Lucas.
My God.
To me, he is like the GOAT of Hollywood. That's my top.
And I'm telling you, the moment that museum opens in San Francisco, I have to go.
Yeah. There's a museum?
Yeah, he's got a whole like $1 billion facility being built in San Francisco.
He's gonna make all
for his movie props and that kind of stuff, and just like an arts and entertainment centered around Star Wars museum.
I didn't know that. See, I like he's like the blueprint. Be honest with you.
My daughter's name is Jedi. I mean,
yeah. When is she born?
Dude, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah, she was
her birthday on.
Yeah. Dude, the stars aligned. If that's the force at work, man. She's the chosen one. You in trouble later.
Yeah, I know, man.
The world's in trouble later, right? Like, hey, watch out.
But I mean, like Neil was saying, I mean, he's right. I mean, George Lucas was, I'm going to say, not from a creative standpoint, but from a business standpoint, he was definitely inspiration to us. And to be frank with you, me and Neil, like Neil said, we were writers, but we wasn't necessarily these guys who kind of grew up on the knowing all about comics and being like this super nerd type.
Mhm.
You know, we weren't really into that. I was into rap music a lot. That's all I was into growing up. And Neil, he was in the, hip hop and doing sports and stuff like that. So we really didn't get into the science fiction fantasy genre thing based on a childhood. You know what I mean? We got in it based on a business. Actually, like when we say George Lucas was like the center of like inspiration. Yeah, that's what we mean as far as like in business. Like, coming with an idea and making it big as you can get it, right? Whether it's intentional or unintentional. Like I think George Lucas might have been unintentional. That's what he say. Like he wasn't expecting.
So he didn't expect it because I think what's the other big director that's come out about the same time? Him and George Lucas are really good friends.
Spielberg.
Francis
Spielberg.
Spielberg, because Jaws come out. I think it was the original Jaws.
Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, Spielberg.
Yeah.
And they almost basically had a bet of who was going to have like the biggest movie that year. And George showed him, he's like, nah. He's like, I think you got this one in the bag, man. He's like, look at what I'm doing. I don't think this is going to. And then it ends up being one of the largest franchises in the world. Today, like they literally just released, Grogu and the Mandalorian Grogu like last week. So so it's kind of
phenomenal. That's what it is. Yeah,
I mean, yeah, man, that's pretty much how it went. And like I say, we want it, we still do, but our aim is to be in the film industry. But when we watched Empire Dreams documentary. After we shot the film, we was like, man, how can we? That's one movie. It's an independent movie. Okay, great. We got that on our belt. But how can we get this idea to people or to a studio at a cheap rate? Because shooting something like this is going to cost relatively a lot of money that we didn't have. And so we was looking at the documentary. It was like, man. George Lucas was like, after he shot the movie, they came up with a marketing strategy to get the people familiar with a comic book. Like, okay. And then our model maker at the time, he was like, oh, you guys should read comics and check out Metal Baron and Incal.
His name is Scott Washington, too. He's an amazing model maker, character designer.
Yeah, y'all have to shoot me his link so I can give him a follow.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Definitely will.
Yes, sir.
He the one actually introduced us to encouraged us to start reading comic books, actually. But he didn't show us Marvel or DC. Like, mind you now, me and Neil, we ain't never read no comic or nothing. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't know nothing about the game.
We seen the movies, but like, we read the books.
And so the first comics he introduced us to be honest with you, was the artist that was featured in Heavy Metal magazine, right?
Okay.
Mobius and George, I forget Andre.
Was it Alexander or Alexander?
Jodorowsky. I forget how to pronounce his name. They friends.
Yeah. Is it the Meta Barons?
The Meta Barons. And so the Meta Barons and Incal was how we got into the comic world. And so
that's a great place to be, though. Like right off the cuff. It took me a long time to discover like heavy metal and that kind of stuff because I was a Marvel DC guy coming up.
Right.
And then I remember walking somewhere and I seen heavy metal sitting on the shelf and I was like, what in the hell is that? With the it's like the first foil cover that I can remember.
Wow.
And I was like, that is so cool to little 10, 12-year-old me.
Yeah.
And I got it and it was just like sci-fi and just this really amazing magazine / book. And I'm like, yeah, I can get down with this.
Yeah, it was lit.
Yeah.
It was lit.
It's that stuff is fun.
Yeah.
I like it. It's totally like it's just way different to me than the regular, comic books, more commercially worldwide known.
Yeah,
So.
and it wasn't just one story in heavy metal either. It was multiple stories done by multiple writers, multiple artists, and it was that way every single time.
Every single time, yo.
Yo.
Every single time. And that's pretty much what it was, man. We was like, we're gonna give it a shot, and we gave it a shot, man. And
yeah, we gave it a big shot.
Yeah, we actually
it took us some years.
Because we actually did the books. We did the same issue twice.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you aren't the first ones to do the first book twice. There's been multiple people been on this podcast with 20 or 30 books under their belt, and they will tell you straight up they did their first book twice as well.
Oh wow!
Just because years later they just didn't like how it felt or how it looked, and they went back and redone it and made it more modern, and just really now that we have a few extra dollars to put toward this book, let's put these extra dollars on this book and make it what I really imagined it to be.
Yeah,
and they always end up being like 10 times better the second go around.
Yeah.
Whether finding you got to find the right artist just to make it feel right. So
because we got a whole team of artists, and they're all to me they're all just wonderful, and we just plug them in, and they just kind of like we just love them, to be honest.
Yeah, we do.
As you should, right? As you should. You shouldn't be out there shopping for the cheapest guy that can do this for you. You should really have a connection or a friendship, or when you talk to that person for the very first time, it should be there, that it should be there.
Yeah.
And the guy who I'm going to be working on my comic book with, it was that way when we talked for the very first time. Right. I was like, this has to be the guy that I work with on this.
Yeah, you kind of feel it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you're doing it that way, because, man, I mean, not to say that the first book, we still have a relationship with that artist too. He's actually still in this issue. He got a couple pages in it. And
he do a lot of our concept work and a lot. Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
He's still the man.
He should never burn bridges, because indie comics is it seems like it's this huge community, but I guarantee you one person knows somebody, and if you burn a bridge, I'll be like, oh, that asshole, they burned a bridge with me. So you definitely don't want to burn bridges in that regards, because then people will be like, oh, he's that guy that messed up this one guy, and I don't want to work with him because this guy had a bad experience working with him. And if you ever just wanted to shoot yourself in the foot, that's the way to do it,
Yeah, because we like in the artist world, I feel like everybody has a specialty. And it's one thing we try to do, because we're very business minded. We think okay, we might not be Disney at the moment, but it's it's something to aspire to be. So we kind of move in our minds. You can't tell us. We probably isn't one of the biggest companies in the world. So it's well, how would they move? So you might have a team of artists. One might set something off, and then somebody else might finish it. And it's we just send it through a pipeline. Yeah, we just kind of keep refining and just going like that. That's why we say,
Marvel and DC have been doing that for years. Marvel and DC do that. They will have artists working on a book, and then they hey, we want to send it over to this other artist to work on these few pages here, because we feel like their art style will fit these scenes better.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're doing it. Why can't y'all do it?
Yeah.
You got the means, the funds, and the persons. Make that shit happen. There's no rules to it, man. It's kind of crazy that people are like, oh, there's rules. It's indie comics, man. We're the rebels.
You said that.
We're the rebels of the comic book world. There are no rules.
No. It's refreshing to hear that, because that's a lot of times, and when me and Decarlo, we meet and we talk and we discuss ideas, we know there's a framework and there are particular guidelines that you do stick within, but it's we always try to figure out a way, but it's why not do it this way?
Dude, that's the key words right there. Why not?
And it kind of goes into our slogan, it's okay to imagine. it's okay to kind of expand and take the guardrails off a little bit. So that's kind of like what kind of led us into like doing our comic book overall period. Really, like why not? You know,
which I'm glad you just brought up the slogan, because that's actually the next on the agenda. So your slogan, it's okay to imagine. To y'all personally, what does that mean? Decarlo, man, you just leaned back, man. You got that thought. Go with it.
He came up with it, so I'll let him.
Yeah, come on. You leaning back like you got a lot to say on that one.
There's so many layers to it, though. It's layers to it, so that's probably why.
Man, I mean, imagination. I think that okay to imagine it. Well, for me, it derived from a period when this had to be like, I want to say 2023. Me and Neil was trying to come. We had the first illustration of the comic done. This was before we got it done twice, and we was trying to pitch it to maybe do like this theatrical performance to pitch to inner city kids, and we wanted to pitch it to a couple mentors of mine, and we had to figure out some kind of slogan that kids, what are they lacking? What's not being shown in the school system, right? Or everyday life, right? And one thing that I noticed was a lack of imagination. When a child go to school and they're taught to sit inside the classroom, sit inside his desk, look at these four walls, listen, be on a particular schedule. And then slowly but surely their imagination began to dwindle. And so I was like, man, how can we keep that imagination sparking? And if you, we want to create regardless, that's the purpose of doing what we're doing. We enjoy doing it. But we also want to show the next generation that the way you can get this way is, to keep your imagination. And the older you get, the more your imagination dwindles. But it's up to you as an adult to keep that imagination, right?
You have to nurture it in kids.
Yeah.
The way it develops properly.
Yeah.
I mean, and if the kids has a creative environment home, of course their imaginations are going to flourish and be next level, right? But no, you hit it spot on. I don't think there's enough of that in schools anymore. And I just had this conversation recently with another creator who has a comic book that they make specifically to go in schools, that Todd Black, and it's like a science magazine almost. I don't know, when y'all were in school, did y'all ever get those little science like pamphlets that had like crosswords and that kind of stuff in them?
Nah, I didn't.
See, when I was in school, we used to get those. It was like a Friday thing. It was like a 4 or 5 page, like it felt like a piece of newspaper. Oh, wow. But it had like different puzzles, different facts, and it gave you the opportunity to use your imagination, solve puzzles, and that kind of stuff. And his comic book very much reminds me of that kind of stuff, because he chooses a topic each time and focuses on that one topic, and he designs it to be presented to school age kids, from elementary to like high school. Okay. Like he doesn't dumb it down. He doesn't like make it way too over. Like you need a PhD to understand. He specifically makes it for school age kids to have a different way to learn. You know what I'm saying? Because if you sit me down and be like, hey, today we're going to talk about hurricanes, like, I don't care. Yeah. But if you present that to me in comic book format versus me listening to a teacher drone on, I would probably be a little bit more interested in it, because it's a different format, right? You're presenting them something different sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, and as you say that, in our comic book, we do have brain games in there. So
that's legit.
Yeah, we do have that. And so, it's just the thought, man, always imagine, and it's not just for kids, you know what I mean? We just want, for anyone that want to use their brain, like, imagine. It's okay to think outside the box. It's okay to be rebellious toward the norm. It's okay to do that. And so, yeah, man, that's it.
Neil, how do you see it, man?
Yeah, it's like the same. Like I remember being in college and I was taking this class and we were going over the study and it was like I can't recall the dang, I can't it was like one of them longitudinal study, one of them long term joints, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Where it was like it started with like a second grader and it followed them all the way up to like high school. And it followed like two students. And it was like one was just on a regular education track, and then the other one was kind of like specialty programs where they kind of like stoke the child's creativity and everything. And they kind of found like through the studies, like, okay, a lot of times school, like probably around the fourth grade, they start to, in a sense, for lack of a better word, destroy a child's creativity.
Yeah.
And they showed the results of like, just one child having their creativity destroyed and then another one having it, kind of just just stoked up a little bit and inspired and kept it going. And that child did way better.
Yeah.
And it was just more like probably how I think you just said, like, even as an adult, like you still need your imagination. Somebody said like a person without imagination is like a bird without wings. Like you just you got you ain't gonna fly.
Creativity, whether it's through artistic means or even music classes and that kind of stuff. Like my daughter's done music since she was a tiny child, like 4 or 5 years old. We got her started in piano, and we just let her pursue those passions, with her music. And honestly, I think kids who do music and they are creative tend to do better in school. So why not, let them pursue those other passions like that, and instead of just like, oh, that art's not going to take you nowhere. Like, really?
Yeah, it's that like
I think Stan Lee would disagree with that.
Yeah, like
totally. Yeah, totally.
You never know when that part of the brain is unlocked. Like just playing an instrument and what that could do for them just in the future. Like me, you just never know, because it's like when I think of imagination, it's like if you you have to have fun. To me, that's like when they're children, you got an imaginary friend. It sounds weird, but it's like, oh, they're a kid, it's okay, right?
Yeah.
But when you're
if they're 30 years old and their only friend is their imaginary friend, hey, then we got a psychopath on our hands.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, okay, hey.
It's like, oh boy.
Yeah, but I feel like if adults were more imaginative and learned that, hey, look, like this whole process that we have, like just creating this stuff, it gets stressful. You deal with a lot of discouragement. You deal with a lot of people saying no. You deal with a lot of just opposition and red tape. And hey, this thing, like our goal is to become, we want to make a film out of this. So when you think of like, wait, so you want somebody to give you probably upwards of $300 million to shoot this movie? And who are you again? Who
the thing is, like, do you need 300 million to make this movie, or could it be 10,000? Or 30,000? It's one of those where there's a lot of really good indie movies out there right now that are killing it. Yeah, they're out performing box office movies for a $10,000 budget.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It is. But boy, let me tell you,
that 300 million wouldn't hurt, though, right?
I would say the imagination we have, it's like, you want to get as much as you can. Because
especially with this, I mean, 100%.
Yeah, you want to go blockbuster. We just do. Like, we want to be global. We want to be blockbuster. We want to just start a wave of people just having fun again. And like when you look at the Star Wars movies where people were waiting outside and they were just like, oh, it's like they just going crazy, right? It's like, to me, that was fun. Like Decarlo be sending me all kind of videos like, look at this. I feel like, yo, when the last time you seen somebody do that when they went to a movie theater? It's like bringing back that nostalgia of just like, hey, man.
Yeah.
the world is whatever. Like, let's get back to having some fun again.
Dude, yeah. Which is a great segue, because my next question is literally, do you feel modern entertainment has lost some of its originality?
Oh, hell yeah. I mean hey,
dude, no, spot on, man. That's like the best answer ever. Like, that shit was so excited.
Man, me and Neil had this conversation. So when we made the comic book, we wanted to have it to where, I remember even as a kid, even though I wasn't in the comics like that, you can go to McDonald's, you can go to Pizza Hut, you can go to Walmart, and everything was engaging. Like, I mean, even the freaking fish tank, you know, when you go in and you see the lobster around, it's like, yo, everything was engaging, you know what I mean? And, you know, me and Neil have these conversations all the time. If you're going to make something, I think what we're lacking in today's entertainment and creativity is the rules of engagement. We just have become lackadaisical to the internet, where it's like, do an ad online. Yeah, you just do it online. We went inside of Walmart to give my daughter the Valentine's Day things, and they was like, yo, you got to scan it online to do the little things when you write the love you and all that.
Yeah.
It's no engagement at all. And so the reason, and back to the 300 million movie, is like, yo, the reason why, you know, we want to aim big, because it's like, yo, if we can't be on the popcorn box, we ain't got the toy. It's like, what's the point of the movie for? You know,
dude, 100%, 100%. I think we should all strive if we're gonna make a movie like that too. If we don't have the McDonald's toys or the Burger King toys, if we don't have the cool popcorn box, what the hell are we even doing, right?
Yeah, like I don't know if you remember like watching whatever movie, just like when you were a child, you went to the theater, your parents took you, you went with your friends, whichever, and you just had stuff that you could take home. And it just felt like, wow, life is amazing.
Dude,
this is what life is?
Going to Pizza Hut. Going to Pizza Hut and getting your personal pan pizza, and they would bring you out the little coloring thing and the crayon. Yeah.
It's the engagement. I hope we answered the question, but it's the engagement.
You remember that feeling? Like, yo.
Dude. And then they had the little arcade at the end of the hallway in Pizza Hut.
Oh wow, you go way back. I remember those days.
Everything was like that. The buffet was in, like, even the Pizza Hut.
Yeah, they had a buffet. Yo, you used to get your reading joint.
I just seen that Pizza Hut was bringing back the buffets and like that. The whole Friday night family vibes, where you used to go to Pizza Hut on a Friday night with your family.
Oh, I remember
the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Go hit the skate rink, get some pizza buffet.
Because even if you look at it, from back to the creative standpoint, even everything, even from the architecture, like with buildings have been renovated. Everything looks so generic. McDonald's, it don't nothing have no character. Everything like a school cafeteria.
Yeah, bland as fuck.
Just a bunch of grays and browns.
Yeah,
it's just no.
Nothing has personality. Everything looks the same.
Even in the film.
If you go to a shopping center, like everything, like the storefronts are just, everything looks the same. There's nothing in the windows anymore.
Nothing. It's no character. So I mean, I hope we answered your question, but
you did 100%. I'm loving this conversation. This is good. This is good stuff right here.
Yeah.
So with y'all's creative partnership, man, like how do y'all kind of divide responsibilities when it comes to like that kind of stuff? Because it has to be kind of difficult with you no longer being in Atlanta anymore, being in B-more. Like how does that work when y'all are like, hey, we need to get X, Y, and Z done? Like how do y'all divide and conquer that kind of stuff?
Well, I mean, thankfully right now, Neil, he just moved to Maryland. So thankfully, we had already laid down most of the groundwork over the course of those 9. Well, we had 9 by 7, 8, 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it ain't like it was in the beginning. I feel like if we was in the beginning, it might have been a little challenging. But now, we're really in the stage of just marketing and promotion. So taking this product that we have and trying to get it into as many people's hands as we can.
Yeah.
And then, so I feel like right now, we just working on the script. And the good news is we already had half of this. Well, I ain't gonna say half because it's gonna be long.
Yo, that's right. Just the intro.
Yeah, so we already got about 30 odd something minutes of the storyline that's of the comic book, which put us at a head start. So we only doing about 24 pages. Well, the comic is bigger than that because it includes a lot of other stuff. But storyline is about 20 some pages, which give us so much room because with a script versus a comic book script, it's totally different. So I mean, we talking like it only took him 11 pages to get to 24, right, on the comic. So I mean, we basically coasting. So the good news is, we don't really have to meet up as much right now because we have done so much stuff leading up to this point. Now, I believe once we begin to sell out on these books and things start moving, we'll probably figure out some kind of strategy. I mean, he come to Georgia anyway because of his job. He travels. So I mean, I feel like if it's gonna get serious like that, I feel like he got the thankfully he has the
just the freedom
to move at will like that. It'll work out.
Yeah, and even on the business and the creative side, just to speak on that perspective, I feel like with me and Decarlo, we respect each other. So we kind of, we'll talk. We know we keep the main thing. So it's like, hey, look, this is what we want. This is the goal. So when it comes to ideas, when it comes to business decisions, we just always respect each other. And then we always like hear each other out. Sometimes we be like, nah, man, we want it this way. We just, I like to say we like to talk as men.
Hey, I'm gonna pause you right there because that's literally the next question is, have there been moments, because we men here, right? We're going to disagree sometimes. Have there ever been any of those types of moments where you quite didn't agree on a way the story should go that actually, once you looked at it you took a step back and looked at it like, oh no, that might be better than the way we were thinking in the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
all the time. No, I was just like,
man.
It happens, right? Like you think the story's going this way, and then one of y'all takes a step back and goes, "What if we did this?"
Listen, one time, man, we was developing the character. It was like early on before the book, and our boy Scott Washington, he was letting us know about these different sci-fi shows like Farscape and stuff like that. He was like, yeah, man, you guys got to do something different. She got 2 breasts, add 3. If she got 1, add 2. And so I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. And Neil was like, listen,
dude.
You can't do that. Because
get that like Total Recall where they go
he was like, at first I was like, nah, man, you gotta expand the horizon. You know what I mean? And Neil was like, listen, man, we can't be walking around with this chick, 3 breasts. It's like you gotta make it to where it's relatable too. You know what I mean? And he wasn't knocking it down. He was just saying, like, I get it.
Yeah.
You got to we always try to look at things from a film perspective. And at it from like, okay, we're trying to reach this major audience. And
you don't want to alienate the kids and the teenagers as well.
Yeah.
So,
and 3 breasts would definitely alienate them.
Yeah, he was like, Scott, he was excited about it. He was like, I'm telling you, man, we gotta do something different out of this world. And I was like, yeah. I get it, but we can't do that. So,
I fucking love that. That's awesome right there.
It's fun though. Like we can sit and we just laugh at stuff, yo. And I feel like no idea is off limits. Like to me, like one of the major rules of creativity is everything is valid. Like
everything's on the table, right?
Yeah, you just throw it against the wall, and you might look and see, and it'd be like, you know what? It just takes some refining. Oh, we can't use that, but it's okay though, because the process you try to keep it as fun as you can. You try to be as passionate as you can, and then you really just let the proof of, okay, was this a good idea? This is a good storyline.
Yeah.
It's like once you read through it, if you like it, I like it, or if I don't like it but you like it, we might say, hey, we might pass it to somebody else and say, hey, look, this is what we're working on. What do you think?
Get that outside perspective on it.
Every now and again we do that.
Yeah.
We keep a lot of stuff in house, but we every now and again, if we just feel like, hey, look, we stuck, we need somebody to break this tie. Like, yo, let's see what's,
I mean, that's cool that you actually have other people outside of the two of you that can go, hey, give us your no shit opinion on this and let us know what you really think about it. And they're going to be honest and upfront with you and really tell you, because those people are hard to come by in this sphere of what we do. And really just be like, hey, tell me what you think. Oh yeah, man, hey, I love what you're doing. And then like, okay, cool. And you're like, well, let's see what else. And then somebody else goes like, bro, what the hell are you doing? This shit is ass. And just people to be honest, like, hey, that's ass right there. You don't want to do that. Like those last two pages. No, let's not do that. You just don't. And it's a long way to say, hey, don't have a whole bunch of yes men on your team, right?
Yep. Yeah. And sometimes I think it's cool to get somebody that's absolutely not interested in anything you're doing.
That helps too. Like, just like, oh, you're writing a comic book. I don't care. But like, hey, you're the perfect person. Hey, take a look at this.
Yep.
Yeah, take a look at it.
Yep. Yeah.
So for people just discovering 88, the link is down in the description for everybody. Make sure you hit that link. Check out 88. What exactly is 88?
Yeah.
I feel it's just like you think of like the 8 is infinity and it's eternity.
Yeah.
So it's just and I, to be 100% honest with you, it's like it unfolds as we're writing it and creating it.
That's a legit answer. I love stuff that evolves as it goes, right?
Because it's infinite and it's eternal. Like it just don't, like Decarlo always say one thing, like it just don't stop. That's all you keep saying. Like when it comes to IP and stuff like that, so it's an ongoing. Like he might have a better explanation for it.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what it is. I mean, people ask me that from the last couple cons we've been to. Is they ask like, hey man, what 88 is, and it's just infinite. When you think of the universe, man, you just think of these folks done discovered so many daggone planets. They just found out this, they just found out that. So I mean, the universe, it just keep going and keep going and going, and it just never stops. You know what I mean? It just
No, I mean I can appreciate that. I mean it's one of those where Marvel has done it, right? DC does it constantly, where everything just evolves.
Yeah,
it gets to the end happens, it resets, right? It becomes something new, something bigger, something better, and it just like, and they use the same characters over and over and over again.
Kill them now, bring them back.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Is anybody really dead in those universes? No, absolutely not, because anybody can be back at any given time.
Yeah.
So no, I like that. That's a great explanation. And and it's like, it's not like, because it looks just like, oh, it's 88. Yeah, but what is 88?
Yeah, I think another thing too, like you mentioned Marvel, and they do a lot to they have the luxury of doing a reset and things of that nature. So we kind of, I feel like because so many great people done went before us, as far as like in the comic book industry, we can see, well, okay, well, and they've made movies as well. So we can sit back and see, well, we don't want to go that route. So we always keep challenging ourselves to create new characters. So we have a main hero but he's really like so many years has went by, so many wars have been fought, and it's like in his particular, chapter in this 88 saga, so to speak, it's just one portion. Like there are so many characters we have like on the roster.
Yeah,
that's really cool. Just to have a
developed
like, we need a character that does this, and you just oh yeah, that's the guy right there. Pop him in,
Yeah, we want it to be so beautiful that like it's kind of infinite in a sense. It's like, all right, wow. So we got to know this character. Well, who's this? And we just challenge ourselves, like, because we got a lot of like side stories and backstories, different, events that take place that we're working on and writing. But it's but this is what we're presenting right now. And because this is, we feel like this is the goal right now. Like, okay, this is it. This is the best story. Putting our best foot forward. But yeah, we have one thing I will say: we have tons of characters, and we just got a number of scripts that we're writing. Characters in that world, and so it's it's a lot.
We love the monsters, man. We like the villains. You know what I mean? Like
our
whole model.
Dude, that's me. I love like monsters and villains. I've felt more connected to those guys than I do the heroes. Especially as I've gotten older.
That's how I stand.
Like I understand the way he is. Who just wants to be left alone.
Right.
So, our whole is the villain, man. We villain based.
Like we love No Country for Old Men.
Dude, that movie is so good.
What is it? Sugar?
Anton. Anton Sugar or something.
Like you have like the inspiration, like a Mount Rushmore of villains and lies. Like Thanos is like, hey, you couldn't live with your own failures. Where did that leave you? Right back to me. What's your boy from No Country for Old Men?
No Country Old Men.
What did he say?
He said, what did he say when he was talking?
He said, if the rule is what led you here, he said, what good is the rule?
No, he was like, the rule is what led you here. Then what use was of the rule?
It's like, yo, it led you to me. Like we like them.
He probably ain't the person you want to be talking to anyway.
Nah. It was over, man. Like if you,
it's like, it's right. But those,
you got Frieza, right? Dragon Ball Z, right? You got the Heath Ledger, the Joker, right? Right?
Yeah.
It's like
memorable, like
those like
iconic.
Yeah,
villains. Like,
so we look at it like that, man. It's like that's one of our things. Like, if you ain't got no villain, bro, you ain't.
Villains are one of those things where they have to come at you correct. They have to come at you hard. Like, I want that villain to just be like, oh, damn, he's a smooth bad guy. Like, he's got the one-liners. He's got the zingers.
What it's about.
He just, like, yep, the hero is here. The villain, I need to see that villain, like, just over here,
Man, that's
like, he's still beatable, but he's got to make that good guy work to whoop his ass, And he still ain't that good guy ain't gonna beat him out of a war of words. That bad guy's got the words.
Sometimes I feel like, I look at sometimes villains be like alter egos. It's like, I think that's how you could relate to him. Like, man, like that's my alter ego. But the hero be more of like your moral kind.
He's your moral compass, right?
Your day to day, like
we all want to be He-Man, but deep down inside, we all know we Skeletor.
Like Skeletor. It's like, catch me on a bad day. Let's see what's going on.
Exactly.
So man, that's right on the nail, man. That's it.
Relatability.
Yeah. So let's talk about some of your big characters here. We have I'm going to attempt to pronounce them again. It's Ominus, right? Tell us about him.
The Cartovian, man, the silver blinds, yo. That's where it all started. That's how it's all about, man. Them daggone silver blinds, yo.
That's it, yo.
It happened just like that, and then it spiraled. It just went from I came home with that Cartovian, I was like, yo, his suit should be made out of that, whatever that Scartovian is. And that's so his body is like surrounded in that. And that's Ominus, man. And then Neil kind of took it to another level with the Ominus and making him more relatable by having dealing with these relatable issues of neglect, of not knowing his parents for real and going through all of it. But he can get a rundown on that. But yeah, that's pretty much.
Yeah. It's still so cool to me that like you just pulled this word out of your ass just to troll Decarlo, and here we are talking about it.
Yeah, he's
crazy, man. Go ahead, Neil. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's really like a vigilante kind of guy. So it's a like when you open the book, it's a character. He says like, "Peace, friends. Welcome to the splendacious 80 universe." That's his mentor, Captain Muakuu, a manga supreme. So he's like pretty much Ominous' mentor, his trainer, and he's kind of been like set him on the path that he's on now. So he goes to different planets, galaxies, and he kind of just fights against injustice in whichever form. It could be saving an endangered species. It could be from just saving just a small creature. Yeah, he got the book.
That's the right there.
Yeah. So,
dude, how cool is that?
Yeah.
So
you'll be able to see it, man. When you get we'll put an extra one in there for you too, by the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna, as soon as we finish up here, that's like my first thing I'm doing now that it is up from the vacation. I've had like 5 Mondays in a row since coming back from vacation because all I want to do is go back on another one.
Yeah,
it'd be like I get it. Yeah,
it's like you need vacation from the vacation,
Yeah, it'd be twofold.
Exactly. Like, why did I come back to work the day after?
It's like let me get back. Let me get back to normalcy for a minute. Let me just take a second.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. All right. We got General Muakuu.
Yeah.
Nailed it, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you hit it on the nose.
That's Neil right there. That's Neil.
Yeah, that's his nemesis right there. General Muakuu. He is like going into like and us creating villains. It's just how can we create the worst but best villain in the history, right? Of mankind. So in making him he's definitely vicious. He's definitely smart. He's kind of on a superior level. He's really
that's my favorite kind of villain right there, where the good guy's going to have to really think, how am I going to beat this person?
Yeah, he's kind of virtually indestructible. And he's a warmonger. Like, he thirsts. Like, he feeds off just murder, bloodshed, killing. That's just who he is. And he has this.
You got a glare on it, so it's going to be a little harder to see.
Oh, kind of hard.
Yeah. But you see him right
That's him in the red cape.
Right there.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah.
He's like big too, man.
He's a monstrosity. Like, his backstory is something that we'll tell his backstory in the comics to not give too much away. We're gonna give you hints and everything.
Yeah, I love how when you just develop a character slowly over time, they're a major player, and you're kind of getting bits and pieces of how they became who they are. I think that's a great way just to slowly, drip feed like that backstory.
I like the way you say that. Yep. Yeah,
man. I love to go to the origin of how stuff be made, man.
It's kind of wild, right? Like, some backstories you just give it to them all up front, like the good guy, just tell them like, boom, here's his backstory. But the villains and like the bigger superior beings in comic books, you gotta like drip feed them that origin story, and then later on, you drop like maybe a one shot of like all that little bit that you've been slowly feeding in there, and just do a one shot like 20-page backstory, just like boom,
just hit them.
And it's panels that you've already showed them, but it's all been put together in a comic book.
Right, yeah, it's amazing, man.
Yeah, a lot of stuff can come through in the comic book. Like that's the beauty of comics too. Like
Dude, yeah.
you
There's no
really
rules.
can.
There's no
It's
rules.
not, and you can give them the rundown. You can give them a whole issue, and that's hey, look, that's the backstory. This is who he is, how he got to where he be, where you know where he is. Because it's always different than a movie, so it's like you could definitely hit him in. But yeah, he's actually my favorite character. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean he might be Decarlo.
That's Neil. Like once we did Ominus, and then the model maker Scott Washington, he did the face, and Neil kind of took that. He kind of made Muakuu out of that. So that's
because
Neil,
the
man.
head was dope.
That's him all day. Yeah, that's his guy right. Yeah.
I like it. So the lore and world building part of this. What exactly is the Zowen-Kag then?
Okay. Yeah.
I think you created that, did
yeah,
you?
I think the Zowen-Kag was a that might have been a collab. That might have been me.
Oh, okay.
And I think the Zowen-Kag was
he on planet Edine, yeah.
Yeah, he on planet Edine. And he's basically a
like
he look like a dragon, but he's technically a living like a living being that needs to
it's like when you collect all the Dragon Balls, right?
Well,
he's like on planet Edine. It's an ancient planet, and he is essentially the life force of that planet.
Oh,
and so the planet, like he nourishes all the plant life, vegetable life, everything absorbs and feeds off of him.
It's like if you watched Star Wars Rebels, the Bendu, how he is the living force.
Oh wow!
I don't think I've seen
you got to go back and watch the Star Wars Rebels, the animated series. There's a character in there called the Bendu who is the embodiment of the living force.
Oh wow! Oh, I gotta check that out.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
So, that's pretty much what he's basically that, and he has been removed from his planet, and
he got hijacked. Like, it's in the comic book too.
Yeah, it's in the comic.
Yeah, that's dope. Like you want to kill a planet, still its life.
That easy, right?
Yeah.
But that's General Muakuu though.
That's all him.
That's Yeah. That's when the villain goes hard, man.
And he does it so smooth, like you don't even know what happened. Like, but again, it's
like when Gru stole the moon, right?
Dang,
yeah.
I'll be so off. I guess I haven't seen so much of stuff.
He's got a daughter. He's got a young daughter, so he's watched the Minions and stuff. Gru stole the moon.
Yeah. Minions. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Minions.
Hey, I'll be up front. You gotta forgive me. I am the most detached.
See, that's me in the last 2 years of me doing this is I've become detached and I know everything that happened 2 years before I started doing this, almost basically full time. Well, so for me, it's like
it ain't no reason to feel bad. I mean, my daughter, her mom is really into like all of this stuff, like the Minions. They look at all the Disney shows, Yeah. We're watching Star Wars like that. I think the last Star Wars thing we watched was The Mandalorian, to be honest with you. But the Minions and all that type of stuff like that, they really on it. They put me on it. I be so caught up in doing what we doing. Yeah. It'd be hard for me to
I sometimes I have to just pause myself and be like, all right, I need to pump my brakes.
Yeah.
Let me get caught up on what I need to get caught on, because I really want to finish watching the One Piece season, the new season of the One Piece on Netflix.
Speaking of that, I never even watched that. You know what I mean?
So I've never watched the anime. I mean, I know what the One Piece is. I know what it was about. However, I was not going to go watch 1,000 episodes of season 1 of the One Piece. That's why I was like, I can jump in on the live action and kind of have an understanding. I know I'm going to be missing a lot of stuff that happened in the anime, but it gives me a chance to kind of learn why so many people love this anime.
Yeah.
You know, from a smaller digestible amounts of it. And I've really enjoyed it so far. Now, when the Avatar live action came out, I did watch I was already up to speed on all the Avatar stuff. Yeah, so when the live action come out, I was like, oh, yeah, this is like, I know exactly where we're at in the cartoon. Yeah. Like, I could follow it along. I was like, yeah, this is my jam right here. So,
The Last Airbender?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like,
yeah.
Wait, I do remember
not the blue people, not the blue people.
Yeah, I was like, wait, okay. Yeah, I remember that one. I like The Last Airbender though. That was
yeah, I do too.
Yeah,
the animated series was like really good. Like I enjoyed that one thoroughly.
Oh, okay.
And
I might go back and check that. I don't think I saw that. Yeah.
It's definitely one of those where you can go back and just watch it, and it still feels fresh. It still feels like it's current, modern.
I never even watched the Airbender. I never even watched Avatar. Like I'm not Avatar.
Like that's definitely something. Now that your daughter's like 8 years old, you could definitely sit down with her and just enjoy that one together.
Yeah, yes. We started. Me and Jedi started watching Dragon Ball when she was about 2 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You know, once you get in that stuff, it's so many episodes, man. It's just like
it's so many different series of it. Like I used to watch, like I would watch Dragon Ball here and there. I never got into it the way a lot of people did. So for me, I'm so detached from Dragon Ball that it's just like, yeah, I know who the characters are. I know the basis of the story, but I'm just like,
yeah. You know? I'm honestly, I'm right there with you. I think I learned most of it from Decarlo. Yeah, he told. I don't think I ever fully watched, and don't shame me on this, but I don't think I ever watched the episode of Dragon Ball Z. Don't. Should I have not said that in public?
No, man, you're good. There's plenty of other people that haven't watched anything at all either. So
I mean, to back Neil up. Neil is a major movie buff.
Yeah, but here's the wild thing, though. You could probably give us the basis of what Dragon Ball Z is because it's become such a part of mainstream pop culture that you know what it's about, and you could just never have watched it, but you still have an idea of what it is because it's so ingrained into what we do every day. Like it's a part of pop culture now.
Just like the mini, just like all this other stuff. Frozen, and all this stuff. There's so much stuff out here. You got to feel
man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll be in the cupboard. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, dude, I get it. It's like some of these more modern, some of these newer movies and stuff like that. I'm like, I catch them on streaming because I'm busy, man. Like,
like. They just don't really, like you say, you catch it on streaming because it's
a lot of this stuff. They go back to the question earlier, man. A lot of this stuff, man, when they market it ain't no engagement.
Yeah, like some of it, like it just doesn't.
So they don't click.
It, it doesn't click right away, or it'll be like a year later, and somebody will be like, "Hey, did you watch this one show or this one movie?"
No,
I did not. Because it was like a splash in the pen, right?
Nah.
Yeah.
And then you go back and you're like, okay, hey, I'll give it a shot. And you watch and you're like, oh god damn, that how come they didn't push that harder? But it's like but it's like new thing drops now. It's here for a second and it's gone. They get their money back on the product and then it's gone, right?
And they keep moving. Yeah.
And then it's what's the next big thing? Okay, let's drop that in the pan. Let it go. Okay, it's done. Let's pull it out. We made our money.
Yeah, I think that's why I like what Stranger Things did. It was kind of like that. I feel like
that Netflix. I call it the Netflix model, where they make you wait a year, and then it was like, all right, boom, here's the next one.
Yeah, and they did. They made you Stranger Things. I feel like it make you wait like 2 or 3 years. It seemed like
it felt like it. Like, but those kids were like graduating high school, graduating college, getting married, having babies.
Yeah, in the normal business model, that sucks. But when you have something good that the people love, it gives you time to let's write books now. Or let's come up with like little museums that you can go visit and stuff like that. I feel like they kind of like capitalize on all of the engagement and things that they can do to
and that's
like
something
bring
that
you into the
Netflix
world.
does really well. I mean, Stranger Things has a comic book. It's got an animated series that just came out.
Yeah,
They're milking that cow until she can't milk it no more.
And that's so. And this, I feel like,
and that's the way it used to be. That's the way it used to be.
It's like, okay, like,
and you get yourself a good cow producing some good milk. You milk that down cow until it goes dry.
Man, you do what George Lucas did. He milked Star Wars. You know, he didn't really direct them that much. After a while, he would produce.
He did the first three. And then after that, he produced.
He started producing, which is, you know, I feel like that's how you build longevity. You gotta really sit back and say, kind of like you just sit back and say, you know what? Yeah, I done built this. Let me get somebody who is qualified.
Yeah.
Who can kind of like fill this position?
New ideas, right? You keep it fresh.
Keep it fresh. Keep it going.
Which I'm glad you just brought up George Lucas again, because it really leads me into the next question. So, like, the energy of 88, it feels huge. It's anime, like sci-fi, action, cinematic storytelling here. And I know earlier you had mentioned that George Lucas was one of your biggest influence from a business standpoint, but from a medium standpoint, who were some of your influences when it came to making this comic book? Was there anime inspirations, sci-fi inspirations? Like, what were some of those other inspirations for the book itself?
Man, it was none. Because like I said, I mean, we were so back to the joint, man. Like when we was in there with Scott, man, we was
tinkering.
Yeah, we didn't have no idea about this whole comic book stuff. In fact, we were so intimidated by it that when we did the comic book, we was like, we ain't gonna go to no Comic Con because we don't know nothing. So we just gonna tell you, because we don't want to get around all these people that know these books, and then we don't know the things, you know.
Yeah, but how else are you gonna learn?
Right.
How else are you gonna learn unless you immerse yourself?
Right.
Into it,
we get that now, right?
We do that now. But the
inspiration, we was intimidated.
Man, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. This stuff just came out of our head, man.
No, that's awesome though.
Like, straight up, it wasn't. And Neil was very careful about that, because when Scott Washington, he was the first person before we hired our artist. He was the first person to give us concept drawings of these different type of these armies and all of that. And Neil was very careful. Like, I'm not gonna sit up here and say we didn't know what Star Wars looked like, and I didn't know what Star Wars looked like because I did, right? So we'll catch it. We'll be like, nah, that looked too much like a stormtrooper. We gotta take that out.
Yeah.
Or it'd be little stuff like, you know, like the Farscape type elements, where it's like how he was saying the three, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was like, nah, we gotta take that out. So we was careful to be extremely rebellious. Now, over the time, when we began to work on submitting these various art pieces to different letterers and stuff like that, we got feedback, and people was like, yeah, man, this kind of remind me of heavy metal. Or you guys kind of, you know, the humanoid ink, or like you guys are doing your own thing, you know, the different size, like how the Ninja Turtles are, and you know, so we started doing research based on that. Like, find out the Ninja Turtles, when they printed their first book out, it was slightly bigger than a normal comic book.
Yep.
But that was by mistake, right? And so we started realizing, like, oh, dang, well.
And he printed it himself too, because that's what he had available.
Oh yeah. So that, you know,
that's also why it was in black and white.
Yeah. So it was just like, man, it was like, so we started looking at things where I wouldn't say we was totally we were inspired to make the characters based on these people, but we was inspired to remain original and be rebellious to what was already out there. And that's what it was, being honest with you.
Yeah. And parts of it too is like you, like just how you grew up in life. Like you like we grew up listening to just hip hop music and just, you know, just kind of like, yo, like you're just background of who you are just how you were raised and things like that. So you find a way. I feel like we found a way to insert just like our own culture. Like he's from Atlanta, like I'm from Buffalo, so it's like the more you delve into it, you might be like, you might see a little bit of the swag or like just little things like that.
I always say that you're a product of your environment, but it's what you take with you from your environment that really helps mold you at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So
I see that. I will say though too, look, I do read a lot of like classic science fiction. Like,
yeah, dude, there's nothing better than some of that old school science fiction.
Yeah, it's all like some of the artwork. So I say we died. We really went far beyond what was relevant to pull from. You know what I mean? You like all these old school different artists in the 70s. Scott Washington actually, he let me borrow this book. Well, I bought it again. Jim Burns.
That's a good one. Yeah.
You got Michael Whelan, and we kind of pulled from his library. But Neil was anything relevant, like especially like Star Wars, anything like that, we'll put it back. You know what I mean?
Because you don't want to you want to have those vibes, but you don't want it to be like when people look at it, you want them to go, oh, that's original. That's this. You don't want them to go, oh, that looks like cheap Star Wars. You don't want that.
Yeah.
Even this right here. This actually Neil purchased this book right here. This is another heavy metal joint. That's crazy. Now this book is very rare. It's hard to find. Neil had found it.
I hadn't seen that one before.
Yeah, man. If you see, I try to be very careful, but
there's nothing that. I love that.
That's so beautiful, so dangerous, is it?
Yeah, man.
I love that stuff.
Those are underrated colors in my opinion. Those pinks and purples and blues to reflect space. Bruno Catarino has a book that has it's I forgot what it's called now, but the story takes place in outer space, and the artists really utilize those purples and pinks and blues that way. And it just makes for such a beautiful setting. And I think here lately, like this year, I've seen a few other books really laying heavy into those colors because they go so well together.
They go, man. I mean, even if you think about funk music, like Jimi Hendrix and all of these type of that stuff get to coming out, like Outkast and the purple and the wow, hairstyle. I mean, we do go to me and him do throw back different ideas on African hairstyles and African weapons, and just we try to stay within our roots as much as we can, and just try to Native American. We pull from cultural things.
Dude, y'all need to reach out to Jeff Carroll. Because he was literally just on the podcast like 2 interviews ago. His on Instagram, he's Coach Yo Jeff, and his science fiction is very African roots based. And it was a great conversation too. And we were talking about the same thing, because I'm not going to get to talk about this on a normal day-to-day basis, but here I have y'all on, I had Jeff on, and I got to talk about like the African roots of stuff, using like weapons inspired by them, hairstyles inspired by them, and how it takes up the character to another level, and because you can do so much more with it, right? Yeah. And you can see those influences in the work, in the writing, in the characters, and to me, that's just some of the coolest shit, man. And there's not enough of it. It needs to be more.
Nah, it's not. I think another thing me and Neil look at too is a lot of like different terrains, like around the world, like mountains, and we into different type of landscapes and stuff like that. We very photo driven, and that's another inspiration too. We didn't really got to mention was Stanley Kubrick. You know what I mean? 2001: A Space Odyssey. I mean, just the perfection. Like striving to make everything just it got to be to
just being anal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very.
yeah.
Yeah.
They say the moon landing was done by him,
Yeah,
but
you're
he's
right.
so anal that he had to do it on location on the moon.
Yeah, that's what
But
2000 Space Odyssey was really about.
Those are some like I went to Toronto Film Festival one year and I saw the cameras and the lenses that he made like that film with.
Yeah.
And there was like NASA part. You know, there was like they were constructed specifically like he was behind like a lot of that.
He was ahead of his time, man. He was so ahead of his time.
He really was. Like
they were like the dude's an asshole. But when you look at what he produced, you're like, he may be an asshole, but look what this asshole just made, man.
Yeah. I mean, go on, Shelly. Like, do it one more time. Like that's just what I remember from The Shining. Like he just, all right, now he talks to Shelly. Just
keep doing it. And I mean, you know, that's just,
that was a nut, yo.
And then, what's his name? Jack Nicholson. Yeah. Like his character in that movie, man. He was just so goddamn deranged. And we talk about villains, man. He's got that look like a villain. Yeah. He was like this great Two-Face, right? And what was it, Batman 89 or whatever?
He was a Joker.
Yeah, he was a Joker,
Joker, Joker. Michael Keaton's Joker.
Yeah, he's a villain in real life.
Michael Keaton,
but like he just looks like a villain.
Yeah, I'm saying, but he was like the Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack, he just looks like a villain. Like,
he does, and like that the way he pull that smile up there real high.
Yeah, it's like it's the eyebrows.
Like the eyebrows and the eyes. Like his face is like he's got the same expression on his face, but it's so like the way he can just pull like the different emotions out of it. Like the dude just looks like he's just a resting asshole, right?
Yo, all day, right?
All day. Like he's just like in asshole mode.
He can't get out of that. Like,
like he's the happiest man in the world, but you look at him, you're like, man, that dude looks like such an asshole.
He's probably, you think he's saying hello?
Yeah. No, I'm not messing with that guy. You know what I mean? He'll throw his cell phone at me, I don't want to mess with that.
Right.
Yeah. But so let's dive in a little bit of the indie creator discussion on this, because at the heart of us all, we're indie creators. So why was it important for y'all to build something creator owned?
Wow, that's a good question.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I feel like IP is like you look at like just different forms of communication throughout humanity. Like you got like some people, they might just, hey, look, I work a job, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? And then you have some people, they might be a supervisor, or some people might be, a CEO. But then you have those people who are like visionaries and they're just a creator. Like when you think of the Steve Jobs and people like him, or Bezos, and like to me, them the people that I personally like. I like those, like I really like Steve Jobs. Like Decarlo kind of like put me up on him, like, and I just started researching him. And it's like just being a visionary, like that to me, creativity is like almost like the highest form of communication. Yeah. It's like to take something that don't exist and make it into something, which kind of brings you into like IP and having something that's like, it's intellectual property. It's something that you own. It's something that could outlive you. Yeah. And it's something that can be passed on from generation to generation. Yeah. And just us specifically, it's like, it's okay to imagine, that's our slogan. But, we really want people to just have fun. We want to create an escape for people. We want to build something. Yeah, we're independent. Again, like George Lucas essentially is independent. Like that's just how he Industrial Light Magic. It's like
he turned it into $1 billion enterprise.
The blueprint, right? Like so he just kind of on that. Like it's okay to be independent, and it's just having control, having freedom. Just being able to create something to share with people that could just create an escape for them, that can just expand their horizons in some sense, that can help them understand your culture. You know, you can communicate your culture with different people. So I think it's a lot of, you know, you could go on and on and on about like just being independent and just, you know, kind of going that route.
The intellectual property, man. That's what it's about.
So what are some of the biggest struggles you think indie creators face today outside of money?
Yo, that was the first thing that came to mind.
That's the first thing that always comes to mind. That's why I always say outside of money, because I know what the answer is going to be.
He made sure you got that
you can't say that though.
Yeah, no, I've done this for a little bit. I know that's the first answer.
Right. Outside of money, what you say? What they struggle with?
Yeah, what's the biggest struggles you think they face today outside of the money part?
I think, man, the main goal is not goal, but I think one of the main struggles is you got to try to be 100% original. Like trying not to it's very hard to do. I think it's a team effort. But sometimes you can subconsciously copy something. As an indie creator,
and it's okay to copy as long as it's original, right?
Right.
Like there's always going to be something out there that's going to look very similar or similar to what you are producing, but it's how do you spin that and make it uniquely yours?
Yeah, I think a lot of indie creators are very shy at rebelling against the norm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something simple as resizing the book, you know what I mean? Or not putting something in the left corner, or just, you know,
yeah.
I think that's ultimately what it is. I think
it's that old school mentality. And when Image come out, Image was one of the first ones that I can remember that said, no, we using the whole page. Right. There ain't gonna be no white on the outside of our pages. We doing full color splash pages. We're doing it big. Every piece of that paper is going to be utilized. We're getting our money worth on what this paper is worth.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, man, Neil had to tell me out, you know, we had that conversation all the time. He's like, yo, always strive to be, if they did it this way, if they went right, go left.
Yeah.
Even if it's wrong, you can make the wrong turn to right. Well, that's basically what they did. That's basically
shit. Image did it in 93, right?
Yeah. So
or 92, 93?
Yeah, they rebelled, man. I think that's what it is. I think as an independent creator, shine away from being like what you already saw.
Mm-hmm.
You know
dude, that's fucking great. That's great advice too.
Yeah.
So what do you think is harder now to get people? Is it harder now to get people invested in original universes? Because there's a lot of people out there putting out a lot of original universes. Like, what do you think it takes to make yours the universe they want to like lean to?
I think just being 100% original, and putting yourself out there and having. I think like this podcast right here, right? I like how, I listen to podcasts and that's how I found you. You know what I mean? I go through on my Apple and Spotify and what I know.
That's really cool. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me.
What I like,
just know, like you found me through Spotify or Apple or whatever it was. That's really cool.
And what I notice is a lot of these people, they'll read the book first, then they'll talk about the book. But what I like about what you're doing is you're having the conversation, not necessarily about the book, but about the characters of the people that made it. Like you're talking to us, and it's all about, yo, let me get to know who the creators are. Let's get their characters out. Not these characters, but who they are. And so
I call it, like we were discussing this before we went live, right? I like to take people on the journey of the people who create the book, get to how the book is made, to get to where we are right now, talking about the industry.
Right.
And we talked about the book. We talked about who you are and your influences. It's a journey for me. I love to hear the people's journey and how they got to where they're at. Because to me, that's engagement, that's entertainment. you're sharing a story of the people who are creating your favorite comic book or your future favorite comic book.
Right.
And that's what I love about what I get to do is in the way I do it, which is uniquely mine in that aspect is I don't want the focus to be on the book 100%.
Right.
I want it to be about the people creating the book and what got them to that place to create that book. Yeah. And then we can talk about the book. Yeah. And we can talk about the influences and we can talk about the industry, which like we're doing right now. And dude, that means the world dude, I appreciate that.
No problem, man. I think that's building something where it's like, yo, let's find out who the people are that made it. Because
that's the most important thing, right? To me, is people.
And sometimes even in social media, I think a lot of even us, I think we lack, like people want to see who you are. You know what I mean? That's what get them to buy into the product. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like this right here is like somebody watch this, they're like, man, they might not never care to get the book, but they probably get it based on our personality, based on conversation. And like I said, we really didn't talk about the book much, but it's like we did talk about the book in the sense of who we are, and it said so much. You know? So
that's how we get to that part, right? Is by us finding out who you are, we're talking about the book because the book is based on your personalities, your experiences in life, what you're doing, what you're trying to do, and it all builds into this really cool journey of who y'all are and what this book is about. And it's just a different approach to getting to the same place, right? Only it's like I don't want to just dive in and go, hey, tell me about your comic book.
Right.
That's easy. That's easy. That's the easy button. But if you take them on a personal journey of who the people behind the book are to get to the book, to get to these other pieces of good conversation, that's what I like.
Yeah. I'm glad.
You asked really good questions.
Very good question. Very good question.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Like it took me a long time to get to this spot. I like this good foundation to where I got this really great solid foundation built that I can now plug and play, but still make it uniquely about the people behind the book. Yeah, because I literally went through your Instagrams. I look at all that stuff. I learn about I was like, but before we went live, right? We were talking to Carlo. I was like, dude, you got some good knees, man. I seen you jumping around on stage, man.
Character based, man.
Yeah. So I mean, it's immediately that's how I'm able to connect with people because I'm not just like it's not generic shit, man. I get into your Instagrams. Look, you give me the social media. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna learn who you are and what you enjoy and try to bring that stuff in because I know that's gonna bring out your personality.
Yeah.
And it's gonna make that conversation start to flow so much easier because it's now personable. We're getting to know each other, right? And it's just a different approach to get to the same story that instead of just dive in, hey, tell me about 88, guys.
Right.
Like, easy button. I don't want to do that. I really, I think to get people to want to buy 88, you have to know the people behind 88, right? And that's why you do it the way you do it. So, which is the next question is actually, how difficult has audience building been for y'all? Because it's not an easy task to market yourself and put yourself out there in that kind of way.
Yeah. Man, I'm be honest with you. I don't even think it. I think we kind of figured out when we launched the book with I think 1,100 books inventory, and man, we got good love off the first 100. I mean, we've been getting support here and there. I think for us, it's just a matter of putting ourselves out there because the love has been there. I mean, it ain't been no hiccups. It just has been trying to get more exposure on what we doing.
Yeah.
And so man. I mean, I don't think no difficulty has really been there. It's just it's the financial thing. right?
Yeah,
And
that's always going to be number one, no matter what.
Yeah.
That's why I don't try to bring that into the conversation, because that will always be like, we know, trust me, we know.
So I mean,
we've gotten a lot of good reviews. I will say that.
Yeah.
Like that. I would say that's been the upside of, again, like getting exposure and things of that nature. It's just that the reviews are what they are. Like, everybody likes it.
Yeah.
I think that's just a blessing just in itself.
Yeah.
Like, it's just wow, that's good stuff. Like, people like it.
Which, I mean, this announcement is going to be coming here soon. I got a State of the Union address coming, but I'm actually about to get back in the business of doing comic book reviews. I'm not going to do a traditional written review. The chairman does not have that kind of time to be doing written reviews. I'm sorry. But what I am going to do is, after I read the book, I will do a 30 to 60 second short video that I can post to social media, to YouTube and places like that, of a review on the book.
Oh, that's great.
So that's going to be coming here soon. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, we appreciate
Dude, it took me a lot of deliberations to get to, like, hey, how do I want to do this? You know, just like that internal, you know, like how, like writing it down, like, how do I want to do this? Do I have time to do this? Like, but a 30 to 60 second short video done on my iPhone, I can do that in my car at lunch.
Yeah.
You know? So those will be coming soon. I'm going to make that announcement soon.
Okay.
I'm going to be doing reviews again, but they're going to be in a video style format. And don't expect me to sugarcoat shit, because I just I'm going to be honest and upfront. If the book isn't good, I'm going to be like, hey, I'm like, do you really want me to publish this? Because I'm going to be honest, and I don't think this book was good. So I'm just putting that out there. Like, I'm an honest person. Like, I journalistic integrity, right? I got to be honest on that kind of stuff.
I mean, like I said, so far, man, we've been getting good feedback, man.
And no, I was looking at the website, man. Y'all have gotten great feedback, man. I'm actually really excited to order the book and get it myself. And people are probably wondering, like, how does he have them on there? He's not read the book. It's not about reading the book. It's about them. This is about them, their journey to get to that book. Trust me, I eventually get all the books that have been on this podcast. Trust me on that one. It just sometimes takes me some time to get there.
Yeah,
I am one person.
I was about to say, you are one person. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I say, I like the fact that it's character, like you just focusing on the writers. Just getting
dude. To me, the writers, the artists, the letters, the inkers, the concept artists, you know, these are the people that make our universes come to life.
Yeah,
they are. Like,
tell their stories.
Yeah.
Like, those are the stories I want to hear personally, and that's why I do this the way I do this. It's because those are the stories I care about. I want to know the people.
Like, we had a 7-man team on this, man.
Dude, that's a big team. So I mean, I love that kind of stuff where you have the people backing the book and supporting the book and the team to go with it to make all that happen. Because, dude, people are like, oh, anybody can make a comic book. Then make a comic book and then come back and tell me how that was at the end of the day.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, it's not an easy feat.
Oh man, it's a long process.
And y'all were working with multiple artists on this book. And oh, by the way, every artist works at a different pace.
Man,
so you got to have the patience of a saint sometimes.
Bro.
I mean, that's just what it is, though.
That's what it is, man.
Yeah, it's one of those where, like, I'm booked into July right now. And like, there's a lot of those conversations that I'm really excited to get to, but I'm like, man, fucking July, man. It's like, and then like y'all were one of them. Like, as soon as, you know, once I started doing my research, I'm like, man, I'm excited to have these guys on.
Yeah, man.
And it's like shit. I booked y'all in like February, March, and I'm like, man, May 29th, man, we closing out this month big. It's going to be a fun conversation, and I knew it was going to be a good conversation. Like you just know going into it, like after you start doing the research, you're like, this is going to be a vibe. This is going to be a good time. It's going to be a good conversation. And like you really start, and this one, like, dude, solid conversation. So I appreciate it.
We appreciate you.
So let's keep it rolling, man. We got some more to get through here. So for social media, man, how has that been like for y'all? Because right now everything's on the Write Brothas, page on Instagram. Like, kind of how has like the social media growth and kind of like using social media to put the book out there? How has that been for y'all? Because I can attest firsthand that social media is probably the hardest part of this.
It is, man. Yeah, that's social media. It's a give or take. We TikTok was doing us great. Up until they shut it down and reopened it. We got most of our sales from there too on TikTok. They was doing we was rolling pretty great on that. So social media always been a little hard for us. Our whole motto is, man, getting out on foot. You know what I mean? Being out in the street, and getting out on foot, man.
Comic-Cons make a huge difference in putting the product out there.
Yeah, and then
even though they're expensive as fuck to table.
Right. Yeah. And so that's really been our thing, man. It's just stand on foot, man, and then taking that and then putting that and using social media like that.
Yeah.
That's been what it is.
Yeah. I'm trying to get into cons right now, so I mean I get that 100%. Just trying to be like from a media perspective, and like people are like, "Who are you, though?" And I'm like, and it's like, what do you mean? Who am I? I literally submitted the application. Like, you have all my details. You have everything, and they come back. Well, you're not big enough. I'm like, dude, you're a Comic-Con in the middle of BFE, North Carolina. Like, really? And you're going to tell me that I don't have what you're looking for? Like, come on, dude. Like, 10 people have heard of you, and I'm the 11th. And that's not a knock. I just, like, it's like I'm waiting for my shot to get in the door, right?
Yeah.
So, if any of y'all out there listening, like, hey, hit the chairman up, man. I would love to do media, whatever it is that I can do to put myself in that position. So
I mean, that's how it is with us, man. We doing the same thing, working our way, but we always trying to figure out a method to go around. And
Hey, once y'all figure that shit out, man, market it, book it, and sell it to people, because that shit's hard.
Yeah, it is, man. So that's just one of them things, man. But being on foot, you know what I mean, and figuring out a strategy, that's what we try to aim for. You know what I mean?
So do you think that indie creators currently are getting enough visibility?
It's a money thing.
Yeah, I don't think they are.
No.
Yeah. They not.
And there's only so many of like podcasts like this to go around, right?
Yeah.
So it's really hard. I wish there were more people doing this. And you see podcasts pop up talking about indie comic books. But again, going back to that flash in the pan, right? It feels like they're here 1 minute and they're gone the next, because it's a lot of work.
It is.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, and a lot of times it's time. Is some people got family, some people work 2 to 3 jobs, they got responsibilities, and it's so long. Like, we've been at this for almost a decade, so it takes a lot to not only start but to continue and actually see it through. So I commend any and every independent creator, artist, company,
100%, because
it gets discouraging. It's not an easy thing to do and to stick with. You got a lot of like naysayers at times. It could be your environment, or people might be discouraging you, or you just can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. So it's a complicated journey. It's not.
It really is. But
respect.
It can be so fulfilling though at the end of the day, though.
It is, because I feel like when you understand why you're in it and what you got into it for, it keeps you going. Like, I think this is Steve Jobs and Jeff Bezos. They said, if you're not looking to right a wrong or something that just keeps you at it, you're not gonna make it.
Yeah. I mean, I told y'all before we went live, like my number one priority is to make the Decarlo Tatums and the Neil Newmans, the Wright brothers, like household names to some degree. Like when they think of the USDN, I don't want them to think about me. I want them to think about the people and the journeys that I present and I talk about.
Right.
And that's what like I said, my biggest goal, my number one goal every year until that's a real life statement. When people go, oh, did you see that new interview on the USDN? He had the Wright brothers back on and they were talking about issue 2 or issue 3 of 88. Or, hey, he just had them back on because they just got funded for their movie. You know, that's what I want at the end of the day. I want this to lead to bigger and better things for all parties involved. And yeah, the only way to do that is to fucking keep grinding. And that's what I do every single day.
That's it.
I go to work, I do my job, I come home, I do this, and it's just cyclical, right? Just like you get up, you know today may not be the day, but hey, maybe it's tomorrow. Or maybe it's the day after that. Maybe it's a year from now.
Yep.
I don't know, but I'm not going to stop that dream, right? Because that is my dream.
Right.
Yeah.
It's necessary. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is 100%. Now, I wish, like I said, I wish there were more people like us doing what it is that we're doing right now, which is having these kinds of conversations and talking about independent comic books, talking about different universes and doing those kind of things. That way everybody eventually gets to know about what it is that we are doing.
Right.
So, but with that, let's start winding this down, man. Let's think a little bit beyond comic books. I know this is going to be a movie someday. Like it was a movie first, right? And then a comic book after the fact. What other plans do you have for this IP?
Oh boy.
Let it out there, man. This is y'all's moment, man.
It just keep going. We talking about we want to build a theme park. That's one of our goals, man, to build a theme park to turn this thing into a clothing brand where it reaches over clothing.
That 88 would be kind of dope. Like,
yeah, man.
You know,
goal and just to see this thing all the way, like Neil said, to even when we're not here no more. You know what I mean? Pass this thing down, hopefully, man, to our children.
It's taking care of our families after the fact, right?
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, that's fantastic, Neil.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, when you think of all the great people, whether it's Walt Disney or I'm trying to think who else got, I feel like he's like the person who built Disney World and Disneyland. He didn't see all of it, but I felt like he saw all of it.
Yeah. He knew. He knew the power of his brand.
He saw it. Yeah.
Like that's just to be able to have something just live on and where it can be passed down, where it could, like George Lucas was influenced by going to Disney World. So to be able to just you do that for somebody else, like you give somebody else that spark, that hope, that imagination, just that wow, like I think that's like priceless. Like that's to be able to do that. That's like job well done.
No, 100%. And honestly, you said it best. He knew when he started building Disney World, Disneyland, and the product. He knew it was going to be everlasting.
Yeah, and that's the goal, man. Everlasting, man. That's what it's about.
Yeah. So years from now, the dust is settled. We have an 88 movie. We have this amazing, 88, comic universe. We have it on clothing. What do you want people to say about the Wright Brothas Entertainment years from now? After you've lived out your dreams, you've made all these things happen. What do you want people to look back and go, damn?
That Frank Sinatra song? No, I'm just playing. I did it my way. No, I'm just playing.
Dude, yeah.
Oh man.
No, that's a fucking awesome summary. Actually, that's solid.
Yeah, I think for me personally is like, hey, we just helped a lot of people. I think like we to be able to help people live out their dream and just I think that's the ultimate kind of like for me personally. Like it's stuff that we want to do for me, like oh yeah, I want this house, I want the car, blah blah blah, whatever. But it's like if you can help somebody like achieve their purpose in life, to me,
be
that's
that
like
inspiration.
That's
let them be the next,
goal.
Neil or Decarlo, next chairman.
That's right.
Yeah.
Get them kids, man. Get them kids out them projects, man, and give them something to do.
For real though.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Like that's one of my goals, man. I had sent Neil a picture of a building today. It was like, one of my goals is to get a building and put it right in the
one of mine's to own my own shop, my own comic shop. So I know exactly.
Oh, that's what's up.
Oh, you own your own comic shop?
No, that's like one of my goals and dreams at the end of the day is to have my own, like, you're driving down the road one day and you see the United States Department of Nerds on a building. You go,
that's dope.
Hell is that? Sound good. And then you just pull in and be like, oh damn, it's a comic shop. It's it's an experience.
Man. Yeah,
that's what I look like.
I like
that's,
that.
At the end of the day, like that is like my and not just one. Like I want it to franchise it. You hit that franchise tag where people can buy a franchise tag. Like, hey, I want to open up a United States Department of Nerds in Washington State or New York City or wherever, and carry it on, and just how and then not just be comic books, but like pop culture, whatever. Like, you're buying a brand, right? You're buying a brand.
Yep.
And you're buying an established name. So like that's one of my things right there is like I want to own a comic shop and eventually it go on to be a franchise. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like that. Have different locations throughout the
that's how it is, man.
Global.
Yeah, global.
Exactly.
Kid to be able to imagine all around the world, man.
Solid goals, solid dreams right there. I like that. So what's next for the Wright brothers and the 88 universe?
Shoot, man.
Yeah. Issue 2. Oh,
yep. Issue 2.
Solid, yeah.
So we probably we working on some other stuff. We thinking about doing a Kickstarter and we got a T-shirt we working on to brand that out. Yeah, man. So we
working on a movie script too.
Yeah, we're
finishing out outside of this. This is another kind of like a sci-fi horror ish type movie we working on.
Okay. So that's my jam right there.
Yeah.
So
we got
where can people find you and support the 88 universe?
Right now, the website is up.
Yep. It's linked down below.
Yeah, TWB Studios. I think the best
thing. What's the Instagram? Oh,
my bad. Oh yeah, I think the best thing people do too is make sure they follow us on Instagram. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just be aware of that, just in case things change. But yeah, man, just follow us on the gram. Always reach out to DM. We'll hit you up. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. We got an email. Email us. Got any questions?
Yeah, we real personal.
Very personal.
Yeah.
So don't be shy, man.
Like the moment I invited y'all on, I was like, hey, if you're interested, let's make this happen. And I was like, I just need this, this, and this. And it was like, shit, 10 minutes later, I had everything. I was like, damn. I wish everybody was like that. Like, I was like, I'm like, it's like pulling teeth with some creators, but y'all were like, nah, we got you. Blah, blah, blah.
Decarlo be locked in, yo.
Yeah, no, that shit was solid. Like, I was like, damn. But final message to indie creators out there trying to build something.
Oh man, just I learned from Neil, man. Just be rebellious. If somebody's going right, man, you just go left, man.
Yeah,
that's it.
Solid ass advice right there.
I mean,
imagine,
it's okay to imagine and just make sure if they going that way, you go this way. That's the only way you go. Period.
Yep.
If it sounds too much, I think that'd be the only thing. Like, when we giving each other ideas, the main thing we looking for is this already out?
Mm-hmm.
It's already out. Yep. I ain't saying throw it away, but we gotta tweak it.
Yeah.
It's original as we can get it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
If you out there, you're an indie creator, try your best to come up with something different. You know what I mean? Don't copy out of us. Don't copy out of Star Wars. You can be inspired by people. Inspiration is different, but try to be rebellious as much as you can, and that's what's gonna make you stand out.
Yeah.
Solid advice right there.
That's it right there. That's it.
Hey, that's the perfect spot to end it on right there. So tonight's conversation was a reminder that indie comics are about more than just books. They're about imagination. They're about taking an idea that exists only in your mind and having the courage to bring it into the real world. The Write Brothas Entertainment aren't just creating comics. They're building worlds, building possibilities, and proving that creator-owned storytelling is still one of the most powerful forces of entertainment today. And honestly, Council, that's exactly the kind of energy that we love spotlighting here at the USDN. So make sure you support the Write Brothas Entertainment, check out the 88 Universe, and continue supporting independent creators who dare to imagine bigger. Make sure you like, follow, and share, because this is the USDN Podcast, where indie comics come to life. Ladies and gentlemen, the Council of Nerds is now adjourned. Y'all be safe, happy Friday, and enjoy your weekends.
It's a trap!